Greetings. Today I bring you all before me to actually show you that the story that you think you were playing out was merely the one on the surface. That a larger and more complex truth lies below the surface that we were merely too blind to understand or see. You see, my fellow survivors, as we sat in greed and worrying only about our own conflicts, we blinded ourselves to the truth behind everything. The true enemy that we must face. The true propagator of where we are now. To the situation that we find ourselves in. And what links us all. So listen closely and listen well, as I will tell you what I have uncovered and what I have found below the surface that we ourselves have just not cared to look for. There's always a story to a location. A crime scene, an old abandoned house, or just a can you find along the side of the road. Everything has a story. It's just merely if you decide to put the pieces together. Upon my journeys, I've went to several locations and discovered much information for your viewing pleasure about a certain pharmaceutical company, to which shall be explained later on. It all started, from my records, at a small little place on Dead Island. Yes, the place most of you find yourselves, is actually Ground Zero, and the person that's responsible, our favorite pharmaceutical company, Nexus. Upon my journeys, I discovered many things. Bunkers, facilities, but the most interesting was the one hiding within plain sight, something that we never decided to investigate into. We walked right past it every day, perhaps, but we never took care to really look. Maybe some of us even rummaged around nowadays, looking for the simplest scraps and supplies to keep our lives within us. However, I discovered something. This pharmaceutical company, the Nexus Pharmaceutical Company, an innocent pharmaceutical company that seemed to have no faults about it. Nexus Node, technology and medical research. It all seemed so innocent, on the surface at least. Upon my examination, I found testing cells, samples of the virus itself. Not only that, I also came across other things, server rooms with delicate information upon it which I cannot reveal here, as it is the same reason I must conceal my identity, as our Nexus friends and their private contractors are not fond of, how do we say, insubordinates or free journalists like myself. Simply, I must keep what I know to a minimal and teach you what you must know, and let you uncover the mysteries yourself. However, so I will start this with the most dire of my disclosures, and we'll start with the private mercenary group themselves, Nexus. They were hired by Nexus Node as a private security company, but they decided to push themselves further. I don't know their play in all this, however they've been rather aggressive. Going towards all the way down to Seaport, I found many interesting things. Upon observation, it almost feels as if the military themselves were not just fighting the infected. Let me show you an example. Upon my journeys, it would look simple. A blockade. We could see that they took many casualties on the front lines, trying to protect the civilians and themselves from this ravaging virus. But they were not just fighting themselves and those of humanity that decided to take up arms against them. No, they were fighting more of an organized force. You don't use artillery against the infected. Artillery like this is not something you use on civilians, nor is it effective in the matter of doing that. This is anti-aircraft. Now, I'll get back to this later. Remember this, it will be important, as the people you believe are friends truly aren't.